Okay, howdy everybody. How's everything sounding? Audio sounds good. My mic sound okay? Does it pick me up alright? Oh, it's catching my breath again. I really hate these headset mics. I really want to try to get myself a better mic setup. Strong nose breaths. They're too powerful. Okay, that seems to be fine. Let's get rid of that there. Have this in front of me like that. Is Blender still having an issue? Oh no, I think those are the textures loaded in. Yeah, they look like it. Let's check that big black building. It's not black here, it's white. Could have sworn that was like a gray or a dark color in Reach, but I really don't remember. Anywho, I'll worry about that later. Obviously that's going to need to get gotten rid of. All these border bits. Alright. So that I'm not sounding like a crazy person who's just talking to myself. Where to start? I guess there's no better place to start than in the middle. We'll go right here. Maybe that's better. Yeah, why not? This is gonna have to work. It's a good opening shot. Yeah, right here's fine. Okay. Let's move on over to the scene of the crime. Make sure the music's still going. How's that sound? Make sure it's just a little in the background here. We don't really need it too. Let me check that and compare that. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Alright. That looks good. My mic levels still look super weird. But you know what? We'll just stick with the yes, baby. Hi. With the little heart in my chat. There's nothing to read. I only see the heart. I don't see another message in my thing. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's because I alt-tabbed, that's why. We'll do that. Alright, well, for those of you who know, this is New Alexandria. Specifically, the part from the level New Alexandria, not Exodus. I do have that too, and I'll be showing that. But this was actually harder to get than you think. It's nowhere else on the archive. I will be uploading it to the Halo archive soon enough. So if you're in that Discord server, expect to see this. I know the user Bruin already has a collection of some of these buildings. Not too many of them though. But a lot of the ones like I don't know if he has the Oni Central Tower building. I don't think he has any of the buildings that have interiors, so that would include this building here, which, if you don't know, if you go... where is it at? Right here, because this is where you land, or one of these is where you land right at the end of the level with your Falcon. This cutscene is literally right inside. Here's the damaged little bits of that, and this glass right here. But on the outside, no problemo. No issues, none at all. And this will be here. I'll make this probably a transparent glass. Oh, hi, Commando. But these structures, from what I can tell, seem to be like Oni data archives of some sort. So I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do with these in Starfield. Not too sure yet. And you got some screens here, obviously. Basic terminals for data stuff. Messed up mesh here, but I know how to fix that now. Because thankfully, when you import stuff from Blender directly and not go messing with all the shaders, at least with Reach, seems to be the case, it sets up fairly easily enough to be editable. So the cutscene where into this building, which looks a lot like Sword Base now that I'm looking at it. It's got a very similar base design and all that. So I think Oni buildings tend to go for that sort of harsh, angular sort of look. If you go down right here, here is the bits where I think they come out of the elevator here. Maybe? I think so. Yeah, they come out of the elevators right there, and they're running across here, and there's this giant hole, which is underneath this building here, but doesn't exist when you're in the cutscene, and the Phantom comes over, and bam, Cat gets a nasty headache. But don't worry, she'll be just fine. Just gotta take some ibuprofen. And then this is the bunker room. I don't know if this is like a physical object that's supposed to be here or just a command object. It's shaped really funny, which makes me think it's supposed to be like a physical object. But with the way Bungie has their RMF files set up, there's really no way to tell. So there's this, which I'll probably keep. I'll definitely keep, obviously, for the portions in which this will exist in the timeline, much later down the road. But I might still use that as like a little fun area when I use these buildings as templates to create other cities in other locations all across the UNSC planets, or the UEG planets, or the human colonies, whatever you want to call them. And then here's the little cutscene with the rubble, and there's the flare, and there's supposed to be like a screen off in front of this, but obviously I got rid of all those right now. So there'll be this here as well, and I'll figure out some way to patch those up, maybe connect it to, not too sure yet. I mean, recreating those cutscenes is going to be, at least for now, until we get animations, cross our fingers, is going to take a while. It'd be nigh impossible if we can't get animations for Starfield. So there's that building. The other buildings that are really important in this pack that I'll use to make a lot of stuff are going to be... The music is loud. Okay. Let me turn that down then. Is that better? Let's see if I can find them now. There's a lot of background buildings, like obviously some of these gray ones here. Let me go back to regular mode. Some of these gray ones here and some of these really blocky textured bits. Might try to clean these up and use some of these bits here. If I can't find anything that's nicer on the Exodus portion of the map. Some of these buildings that are really poorly textured and the geometries are really bad. I'll probably not do anything with these. I'll probably get rid of these and this sectional stuff right here, because I'm pretty sure they're just supposed to be like these kinds of buildings, and you can find nicer versions of those, like right here, places like that. Some of these buildings that have nice textures I'll probably leave in. All these tramways, oh here's one building. All these tramways I'll leave in, and I'll also section these off, as well as the support beams, and make really interesting tram sections that go all throughout different buildings. Like you can see there's a big link up and connection here, and then this one here within the hospital buildings. All these buildings with little landing platforms are really nice. Where is... Okay, here we go. So here is the... I want to say it's like the telecom tower? Or... I can't remember what industry or what corporation or business has that one. I also need to get rid of that portion right there, since that's extra bits I don't need. Yeah, so if we go into flycam mode, you can see this is the... Oh, so I think this is probably Traxxas or Ray's McLeese or whoever manufactures Synovian Heavy Machine. Yeah, okay, there's Synovian Heavy Machinery. That's this building. Whoever manufactures the most UNSC ships. And this is the section that has the elevator. Elevators go all the way to the top. And then it's the multiplayer map that was made from that one Halo 2 map. Only in this one it's got the Japanese stuff all over the place. I think, pretty sure that's Japanese. So it's got all this interior section in it. It's a little different than the multiplayer map version. It doesn't have the, the lift that goes all the way to the top. Might change that. Don't really know yet. You're not supposed to be here. And then it's got, if I can find it, yeah, this little extra back room here as well, with this little thing that I'm going to delete from these sections in this building and the New Alexandria part, and then I'll keep the, well, I'll find, rather, the actual model for this device, the bombs, or the jammers, rather. Get rid of him. Obviously, this guy is going to get deleted from the map because he's not supposed to be here and looks super messed up. And this also looks like he's mixing textures, which is fun. So there's this place. And I'm trying to remember. I know there's the hospital over here. So not too far from the other place. There's this whole area right here. Medical center. And you go inside. And it's this big circular area with all the stuff in it. And you go down to the bottom floor. And then out here and down this way, and there's this giant nice section here. This will get turned to glass. And then the other jammer. And then I'm going to do my best to try and repair this section. All these buildings are going to get cleaned up, so like any of these buildings that have damage, like this section right here, you know, it looks super messed up right here, but if I can take a piece off of, you know, like that section and put it on right here, it'll look nice. So we won't have damaged buildings. Oh, and then the final one is over here. Now that I see it. And let's get rid of the weird activator bits. And I don't know what building this is. There's supposed to be something right here, but I don't know what it is. Some of the textures are still definitely missing, so I might have to set up and fix my bitmaps again. All the bits with plants, I'll delete all the trees and replace them with probably vanilla Starfield trees. But you'll remember if you played Halo Reach and found all the special secret buttons and did the Easter eggs, that if you activate all that stuff and then you come into this building, which is a nightclub, you'll see a brute doing a DJ session over here, and a bunch of grunts dancing, and a brute tending the bars, which is a lot of fun, real silly. And then the jammer is on this floor? Yeah. Right there. That'll get yeeted. All these light effects, obviously, you're going to have to go replace with vanilla Starfield lighting effects. The ring sections, anything that's like holographic, I'm not too sure about. I might keep these things and just place a Starfield mat on them. Not too sure yet. So yeah, that's all the interior sections from here. There's probably some other like hidden bits, but nothing else too much. Like little bits here. All that's going to be kept, obviously. This building, oof, this one's a toughie. If I can find one that looks like it, I'll probably replace it with that one, but that one's rough. And then of course, I think if you activated all the buttons, did all that Easter egg, and then you flew a Pelican or a Banshee through here, there's another button somewhere on this building, another secret button up here, I think, somewhere. I don't remember. There's a button somewhere, and then you fly through here, and then your vehicle turns into either a Pelican or a Phantom, depending on what you flew through it. So yeah, that's the plan for this section. I mean, they're all just floating buildings already anyway, for the most part, so it'll be pretty easy to set them up to turn them into structures for Starfield, because all I need to do is just slap them in the ground once they're good and ready to go. repair the broken and damaged sections. You know, maybe add a way to get into the building, plop a door somewhere, or I might just, you know, leave them alone. Since, you know, you're not really supposed to be on the roof of these tall buildings, unless, you know, you are. But there's doors on most of the stuff, or door placement. Like that right here. Fix this section. Get rid of all this. Thankfully, a lot of the damaged section is like decal and easy to get rid of. Obviously, this thing is one whole building, which is the case for a lot of these, unfortunately, where it's all one thing. Trying to find the building that you start on the level, and I don't remember where it is. Yeah, I know. It was the biggest tease for the longest time, is that we never got a flyable pelican without, you know, I mean, the modded version of Halo on PC had a flyable pelican, of course, but those of us on console were none too lucky. I think this might be the section that you start off on. I really can't remember. I feel like it's somewhere around here. Obviously, I know it's one of these buildings, but I just don't remember which one. Pretty sure it's like this one or something, though. Pretty sure it's this one. But I didn't find any activators or anything on it for triggers for a level or anything. But I'm almost certain it's right here. Other than that, yeah, this one looks pretty decent. I have it scaled down right now so it's easy to look around in and not get completely lost in. But a lot of good stuff we'll be able to cut up and move around with in here. Make some good buildings. Lots of single asset pieces. This whole thing right here. Oh, this tree actually has working textures. That's weird. Lots of little hidden tidbits. So there's that one. And then I've got... yeah. There's also the flyable pelican in, I think in Halo Reach. Although I know there's a flyable pelican in... maybe it's just the modded Halo Reach on MCC? I don't remember. Let's go... yeah, here we go. So I'll scale all this down so that we can look at it all. Remember not to save. But, as hard as it was to find all this stuff, finally I was able to. Pardon me. And it's all the little shipyard things with the claws that are working on all the ships, either deconstructing or repairing or building. And this right here I'm gonna clean up and get rid of like conflicting stuff like this maybe. Although honestly, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's too many arms, but Oh, and too many heads. It's literally just the same thing flipped. So that'll probably get separated. But I'll cut these all up into different sections and things like that. Turn this into a POI with some variations, probably is what I'm thinking. And then I have one of these that's just these two things right here, but they're scaled up a little bit and spread out a little bit further. And that will be a ship repair sort of thing. Hello, Unreliable. A lot of building going on here, I see. Yeah, just a lot of planning for stuff. That's there's that section. Nothing too complicated about that. These are a lot more fun to work with than you think. Like this one right here, that's the two of them. It's got like a bunch of these that's layered on top of each other. This one, I think, actually this one's probably a better candidate, but I've already done all the work of fixing the textures and getting rid of all the extra layers. Oh well. The Anchor 9 station and all the other bits are not here right now, mostly because I already have those assets separated from the whole level. Same with the satellite, and I have the destroyed Long Night of Solace. I think as a blend. Let me see. Maybe I don't. I could have sworn I did. Maybe it's in shipwrecks. Oh, maybe I saved that as a FBX or as an RMF. I really don't remember. But if we go here and then we go to, I want to say it's one of these is a blend file. Yeah, here's this one. Okay, so it's probably under something else. Might be under structures. No, because that's the different thing. That's the just those subsets of buildings that Bruin uploaded. Yeah, well, they're super fun Blender shader that I can't use at all. Yeah, and you'll notice it's not that it's a bad selection of buildings, it's fine. It's just very limited, and good lord, can I not even look at that? And also kind of weirdly packed in here like this. Yeah, there's only a handful of them here. Can we get them working? There we go. Jesus. God, that is a nightmare to look around at for some reason. Anywho, so that my Blender stops having a seizure here. I gotta find where I put the, is it in some dumb place? I don't know. I literally just recently reorganized all this stuff, and then I still need to go in and reorganize it again anyway, because it's kind of a bit of a mess still. It's not that one. It might be this one, honestly. Might be this one. Let's hope my whole shit doesn't crash. Hey, yes it is. We're gonna switch that out of shader mode immediately. Yes, as you can see, this has pretty much everything from the Exodus level. It's all cut up in a really fun way. And the New Alexandria section is literally right next to the Exodus section, because this is all the Exodus stuff right here. This is where you start the level, and then you go through and do all the fun bits, and there's the section where you run through, and then you end the level right. Let's just cause a crash real quick. You know, why not? We're gonna enable everything, and my computer can just cry about it. There we go. So you end the level right here at this fun little park, which doubles as a firefight map. And then, man, some things are really struggling to load in, huh? I don't know why that is doing that. But there's the spaceports right here, right? And then there's this little tidbit of stuff right here. Some more fun buildings. Most of these are in the New Alexandria section, except for maybe like this one I think is a unique structure. But I'm going to have to really do some fun work to get that looking nice and pretty. There's also this actual railway that's got the train on it. Man, Blender is not having a good time right now. And that goes throughout this section and then just kind of stops right here. But obviously if I cut this up and use it to make a functioning railway, or like a quote-unquote railway system, then I'll mess that up pretty good. And then this ends right here, and then you can see from this Oni building right here that the New Alexandria section literally starts right here, and the Exodus section starts right there. But there's some slight differences, I think, between this section and how this ends up looking. But I think the building placement is mostly the same. Maybe this stuff isn't here. Although, if I can find it, let me get rid of some of this extra stuff. Don't need the sky. Devices can go. Oh yeah, see, that's much smoother. Let me find this building. Here we go. Oh, they made it a physical object. So this building right here is a little joke in my server. I've promoted my mod, one of my my server moderators, to head chef of world cuisine, because you can find these throughout the level of Exodus, kind of. That most of them are hidden, and you're not even really supposed to see them. There's a lot of stuff on this map that you're never supposed to see, but for some reason they just left it in and put it in there anyway. Like, you're never really supposed to see some of these world cuisine buildings, but they, you know, here they are, kind of all over the place. And the other thing you're not supposed to see, well, you're definitely not supposed to see that. The other thing you're not supposed to see really is any of this. I don't know why they bothered putting windows and ladders and everything all the way down on these giant cargo moving things. I don't know what you would call these specific types of cranes, but for ships to pass in the harbor right here, kind of. And then there's the big cargo network under there. Man, Blender 4.4 is really having a seizure loading all this stuff in. The Corvettes are obviously going to get deleted, at least from this section. And it's going to get made to look nice and purty, because this city doesn't get attacked for 27 years. So it needs to look like it's not under fire and siege. And then obviously I'll need to take a good gander at the landscapes around and how they look like to try and recreate this in Starfield's world building system, which I have never done. So I don't know how fun that's going to be, but from what I've gathered from other people, it's just the most supreme joy that you could ever have. Let's see. So there's that. I've got a bunch of other maps that I've been downloading recently. New Mombasa, which is pretty nice. I'm going to do the same thing I'm going to do with that New Alexandria, where I'm going to cut up some of the New Mombasa sections to make other cities and POIs and things like that. And then obviously the actual New Mombasa when I get around to Earth, which, based on whatever this new potential, hopefully potential new DLC stuff is with Starfield, something about the Terran Armada, whatever that is. Hopefully it's not just a creation, you know, hopefully it's not a mod, and it's a actual full DLC with a whole bunch of new stuff, and it's, you know, better than the last one. We'll see. What's another good thing? Trying to think of some other stuff I've downloaded recently and got working really well. Let's go ahead and open a new page so that I can upload an RMF, get rid of that. I don't think no, I did not. So let's import RMF. Unearthed RMF. Get these bitmaps set up. Nope. Unearthed. Alright, now it's going to compile all that stuff. Give it a second. I don't know if you'll be able to see this while it's loading, because it turns out you can't see my file browser while I'm using that. and opening things. That's fine though. Alright, ooh, loads of fun. Buckets of fun. So we're gonna... hopefully this won't lag. Alright, there we go. Now, if you don't immediately recognize this, you'll be forgiven. But let me load in the textures, and maybe some of you might recognize this. Huzzah! This is the unearthed map, the firefight map from Halo Reach on one of its last DLCs. I think it was the last DLC. It might have been the second DLC. I think there were 3 with Reach. But this is the mining facility from the firefight level, and it's got a lot of really cool industrial bits, and then he's got these really big reactors that I really like. Obviously this is going to need to be removed, this giant pit right here, and textured to something different, or place something on top of it, or in it. I don't know yet. But the reason this is really cool, especially to recreate something like this and use these to create POIs, is because if I scale this down so you can actually see everything, this is a giant titanium mine, and they've stripped the whole thing down and are mining from this giant titanium asteroid in this crater. And so it's got all these giant titanium bits. And I don't know that there's specifically a rock formation that looks like this in Starfield, but I can't imagine it would be too difficult to make something that looks like this in Starfield. I don't want to just use these textures because, one, they don't look super great up close, and two, you know, I'm sure there's better things in other places. Some more industrial bits that are further away, but as you can see, they're also a bit incomplete because you're not supposed to look over in this angle. Yes, mamas, hello. Sorry, a stray cat that we took in that we're trying to get fostered is meowing for attention. Yeah, these parts are supposed to be looked at up close, but even then they look kind of... Maybe it's just Blender's shaders that make it look super weird. I don't know if rendering would help. Yeah, no. With better shading or anything. But these big silo things look really cool, along with these smaller silos. You know, all these other bits, not really sure what these buildings are supposed to do. But, I don't know. What does this do? Does this go anywhere? Not terribly. Looks like a conveyor of some sort. Huh. Inside the big industrial building. Actually, I just played a mini campaign. I may do that after I show off some of this stuff and the Pillar of Autumn rework. There's a small campaign mod that someone just made for Halo Reach where you're actually fighting the insurrectionists, which is a lot of fun, actually. I've already played through it once. It's only 4 levels right now, but it is a lot of fun. This helipad here, and I guess this is supposed to be like an elevator. Doesn't have anything up here, obviously, why would it? This building here, which actually has a full conveyor system inside of it. That's nice. They didn't need to do that, and then they did. Could have just covered it up. Hid the glass. You don't have to see anything. Little extra detail, that's nice. Big crane right here. This, this right here, which totally connects to anything. Not sure how they're even supposed to get in that. But the rest of this looks really good. Can't wait to load all that up. So let's go ahead and show some other things that I've recently acquired. Delete it all! And just to be safe, let's do a new page. Import RMF. I recently got a lot of really good Halo 3 stuff that I'll get to work with as well. Find some new textures for that stuff. Make it look all nice and purty for a game that came out in, what, 2007? And, ooh, some ODST stuff, which I'm really excited about. Oh, I don't think I have the stuff for ODST. No, I don't. I don't have the textures for it, so it's going to be untextured while I show this off, but that's fine. This is the New Mombasa Police Department Headquarters mission from Halo 3 ODST. The one where, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear this, for whatever reason, skip ahead, like 30 seconds. It's the mission where Romeo, gets that lovely, chest wound, from the brute gravity hammer. Okay, so as you can see, oh yeah, I still need to scale all this down. So let's select all that stuff. It's frozen. Awesome. Love when Blender freezes. It's my favorite thing ever. There we go. Oh, and isn't that convenient? It's right on parent, which is where I want to be anyway. Now you only have to wait 127 more hours. If anyone gets that reference. The hiker. For this to, there we go, and clear and keep transformation, get rid of all that unnecessary bits, and we're gonna scale everything down. Scale it all down. There's a skybox we don't need. So, in the map, let me see if I can't get rid of some of this extra bit. Yeah, okay. So, in the actual layout of Halo 3 ODST, even though it's really weird where you find the sniper rifle, I think, the rest of the map sits over here, all the way down here, and this whole section is near all the big city, tall buildings and all that. Unfortunately, again, nothing's going to be textured. It all looks super weird, so sorry for that. I need to go back and export the textures, but I may not do that. I may do that anyway, just so I can see what it's supposed to look like, so that when I replace it, I can apply an appropriate Starfield material to it. If I can't find a newer Halo texture that looks good on it, but that's probably not likely. there's the whole section there. So you start right here. Pretty sure, yeah. So you start right here, and then you make your way through the building. Go into fly cam. Make your way through the building here, up the stairs, through this door, and then you gotta kill all the Covenant, of course. It's a Halo game, aliens gotta go. I don't think there's anything... Oh, there actually is stuff up here. That's weird. No, not through that door, obviously, but it's weird that they even did anything for through stuff here. That'll be cool. Less work on my end, since everyone and their mother has a jetpack in Starfield. You know, there's jackals up here that are shooting down at you. Then you clear this area out. You know, go down through here. Obviously, you can go over here. You gotta clear more Covenant out. You know, they're getting offloaded. And then you go in here. There's some dead people here. You go through here. And then once again, you clear more Covenant out. And then you go through here. And then guess what you gotta do? You guessed it, leave! For some reason there's a pelican right here. I'm not sure what that's about, because you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be down there, where you are, so whatever, that's weird. Then you go through here, I think. Yeah, and down through here. And then you gotta cross the rickety bridge, and it's swaying. Because there's banshees that are flying through. Go down the rickety bridge. Jump down here. Help your buddies that are being accosted. And then Romeo gets attacked like... I don't even know where. Right here? For some reason? Yeah, Romeo gets attacked like right here. Or something. And then the brute catches on his sniper rifle and then tosses it, and it falls down and then somehow lands not right there, but somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know how it makes sense, but that's what happens. Maybe the wind picked the sniper rifle up and carried it away. Lots of cranes here. All these other buildings are singled out and made nice and pretty in someone else's pack that's different than this map. And Bruin himself has a nicer, cleaned up version of not this section, because for some reason no one has this on the archive, but other, like the rest of the Halo 3 ODST map is all in one big map, which is nice. So all of New Mombasa, or at least the section that's playable, you know. So there's that. That's gonna be fun. Lots of joyous occasion there. I've got lots of Halo 3 sections and Halo Reach, Halo 2 Anniversary. Nothing from Combat Evolved Anniversary other than the Pillar of Autumn so far. I might dig up some of the Forerunner stuff on Alpha and Delta Halo. Like anywhere that I can get good Forerunner buildings and artifacts and things like that. So I can cut them up and then make POIs out of them to disperse amongst different locations. You know, make hidden Forerunner artifacts on human worlds for you to discover. Uh, and obviously the halos themselves, once I can get that all squared away and clean and looking good and functioning. But we are going to close Blender 4.4 right now. One sec. And I'm going to open Blender 3.6 as that's the version that I'm working on all this stuff in. And I'm going to grab a drink and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this. Alright, and an auto capture is awesome. Alright, so I've been working on fixing all the normals and the face alignment so all the textures are in the right place, which you'd think it'd be easy, but I promise you it's not. Have to fix all this so it's sitting correctly and all that fun jazz. I'm also going to, while I'm working on this, go back in and delete this extra chair that really shouldn't be here, and I'm not sure why it is, and it's super messed up. So we're gonna go into I guess you can see everything fine here. I just need to get rid of the face orientation. And let's turn on some textures to see how those are looking. Alright, that looks pretty good. Obviously the shading needs to be smoothed over and all that, but all in all, it's shaping up pretty nicely. This big kit bash cafeteria is looking pretty good. My head chef will be happy to see the poster is here with the cat, the missing cat found. However, the goose is now missing. And this fun little Halo 4 teaser Easter egg. With their troll face because they think they're just so funny. Doors are looking good. Probably the only bits I need to go back now and really clean up textures on after I finish these sections is this bit right here. This needs to get cleaned up. Custom door sections here where it's a small door that meets a large door. But this side's fine. Where else? This section here, I need to replace the textures on it because it uses the burnt ship textures, because this is from the second half of the Pillar of Autumn sections. It's from when the ship got overtaken by the flood, so things are a little worse for wear here, but I can get cleaned up. Like I said, that's all just a shading issue. The only reason I can't replace these completely is because the layout of them is needed for this bit right here, which is the ladder that brings you down here in the latter half of the game in the final mission, which doesn't exist outside of this section, which now that I see it is having incorrect texture issues. So gotta figure out what that's all about. Super fun. These things I might take out for the demo of the autumn. I don't know. I'm probably gonna take these out. Just because when you clear the autumn out, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to have these Covenant boarding ships still in your stuff. So they gotta go. Engine room should be looking fine now. I really don't know what I did or did not do to fix the texturing, because it was just coming up as like really transparent. Now like the glossy stuff and all that and like how it looks like that is just a shading issue, which I know how to fix now. But before it was literally just like things were kind of weirdly see-through and other textures just weren't popping up right. And now it's fixed. Still having some issue with some of the screen textures. So I'll have to ask around and see if anyone was able to fix that and how they did it, and see if I can replicate it and then transfer that over to Starfield. Other than that, as I've explained before, you know, it's going to be a little different than how it was in the game. Obviously, you can already tell there's a whole lot extra walk room before you start doing major turns, and that's so that it actually fits inside. Hopefully, I won't have to keep repeating myself too much more often, but just in case, I'm stating that again here. I'm trying to make sure that it all fits inside. So some of this stuff is gonna get moved around. I'm gonna add some other levels, and then ultimately the engine is gonna get pushed back, you know, a little bit further, closer to the actual engines. And then the hangars, I need to make a central corridor for, and then connect that to the rest of the ship. And then repair, like, patch up some of the holes, fix the shading in here, and now these lights don't seem to have a texture, but that's fine. These I'm not really sure what to do with, because I don't really know what their purpose is. And what's really weird is that you can see through the glass into the bottom section down there, but then the second I go through, it's a floor. And it's the same thing right here. Some of the stuff is missing. You go through, and there it is. That's super weird. So, gotta figure out what that is, what's causing that lovely issue. Other than that, you know, it's gonna have cafeterias, armory, the cryo room, all the good stuff, all the classic bits. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with the escape pod sections. I still need to buy the what's it called? That one big mod from King Gath for Starfield, and because people have told me that he has escape pods in his in the mod somehow, but I don't know if it's a scripted section or what. I'm not sure, and I don't know how he's done it, so I'll need to take that apart to figure all that stuff out. But that's all for the technical stuff now. You know, just cleaning up some more of this stuff. This is the only thing I'm working on, really, like getting this squared away, so that I can get it into the game. as quickly as possible. Um, Other than that, let's switch on over and check out some Halo mods. Let me change my thing on YouTube. I don't know if I can, but we'll find out. Well, I can't change the game that's displayed on there, so it's stuck on Starfield, so whatever. That's a YouTube issue, not a me issue. Let's launch MCC from Steam so that it disables anti-cheat so that I can actually use my mods. Alright, let's see if Halo works. Just gotta see. No. So not sure. And of course it wouldn't work like that. Let's try this. Is my controller up here? Yes it is. Let's see if it captures the window correctly. Okay. Alright. Looks good. Hopefully it's capturing the audio. Let me turn the music off. There we go. Let's see here. let's do this one. Show off that unearthed map. I'm going to do it on easy this time just because I've played on normal, and believe it or not, this is not easy. This is actually a very difficult mod. But it is a lot of fun. BXR Titanium Mine. Already getting shot, and we're already losing soldiers. So, as you can tell, this has some really interesting ships in it. That is a Hellbird class destroyer. There's another one way off in the distance there. Really interesting way of redesigning this map. Oh, that Warthog is missing some bits. Quite damaged. Cool nonetheless. If my controller would work correctly. Hey, are you yeah, you're friendly. What are you guys doing in here, huh? You know there's a war going on out there, right? This does have some custom dialogue in it, which is really cool. Ooh, crap. What was that? Anything useful? Ooh, hell yeah, brother. Yeah, have fun with ordnance. And I'm dead. think we're gonna stay down here for a minute. Oh, no, okay, we're done. So as you can see, it's a lovely mining facility. I'm selling you a property right now. This mod is so sick. What are you guys doing all the way back here? Yeah, just the sheer size of that giant rock of titanium. Whoa. They've got it handled. Yeah. It's really cool. I have this whole thing in here. They really could have just walled this off and not put any of that stuff up there. You never see any of it. But, you know, they decided to put in the work, and we appreciate them for it. I don't think that I can get up there. It'd be cool if I could. Yeah, maybe I can from over there. Oh, I guess they finished the mission for us, and we don't get to explore this map. Oh well. the mission level name. Guys, watch your fire! Jesus! Alright, I need to find the guy with the thing he's not supposed to have. One of you oh, I've already lost a guy. Awesome. One of you has it. I need it. I don't know where it is, and that worries me. Which one of you fuckers has it? I cannot seem to find the ordnance gun, and I know it's on here, and I don't see it, and I don't like that I don't see it, because that makes me think one of these dipshits is gonna come over here and call down ordnance, and I'm not gonna know. Come on, guys, let's get over here. Hey, there you are. Yeah, I'll take that. Now, cause you're gonna not use this correctly. Thank you. Yeah, you don't know how to use that, and I do. It's called entrance denial. And I'm denying them an entrance. let's make sure none of them can just spawn back in anytime soon. I like to play mods that kind of capture the sort of vibe that I'd like to go for in some of my missions. Oh, lovely. Okay, well that just knocked right over there, didn't it? I might die here. Oh, am I out of ammo on this? Oh, damn. This mod is basically if, what if the Covenant never existed? And what if the Carver findings, I think is what they're called, were ignored and they never made the Spartans? And the shortcut answer is that it would not be good. essentially just the insurrection would get out of hand and quickly. Fuck. Nope. Oh, man, I just realized the rockets fly so much faster on here. Or at least I feel like they do. God, they just don't stop coming. I knew they were gonna be there. Shit. Oh, how far back is it gonna send me? Whatever. No, I was out of ammo! Fuck! Oh my god, I knew it! I just now found that. Also, maybe I'm mistaken because I don't remember these guys, but you ever see these guys before? Apparently there's pilots with the pilot helmet on. I didn't notice that. Eat shit. I'm taking that gun again. So much gunfire going on around me. Hello, boys. Oh, damn it. Jackass. Ooh, friendly fire. Ugh, that's such bullshit. You were saying something about cover? I'll get there. I'll get there. Don't worry. I'm gonna sweep the area and make sure we don't have any more. Yeah, you see? He would have just been wandering around the halls if I hadn't have come through here. Now, I don't know if I have enough bullets for it, but did you know you could destroy this thing preemptively? Maybe I can't do it with this. I've done it with the target designator. Oh, that's not going to be fun for me. Oh well. Maybe if I grab the rocket launcher and hurl some rockets at it, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll get there. Don't worry. There's still bad guys over there? No, there's not? Okay. Oh yeah, maybe it did work, because the engine's already damaged and messed up. Oh. Maybe I can't do it. I'm still gonna grab that rocket launcher and test it out. I didn't realize they added this thing in this mod. That's sick. Oh, where's my rocket launcher? Do I still have it? Maybe I dropped it down in the back of that hallway, I think. I want to launch rockets. I'm committing war crimes. Hey, do you guys have a rocket launcher I can borrow? I'll just go grab one. It'd be really funny if I like go down here to grab a rocket launcher off of one of these terrorists and I just die because I can't save. That would be funny. That'd be really hilarious. Oh, hey, look! The MG! Oh, hey, look! The rocket launcher! This is all I needed, guys. Thanks. Yeah, have fun with your party. God, this thing is awesome. Oh, don't want to die here. Honestly, I don't know how we made it through that one. But, we're here. I really hope this guy adds more stuff for this mod, like some stuff in the city and shit like that, because this is a lot of fun. Who's shooting who with what? Is that you? Yeah, too bad I can't shoot your ass in there. See, it says you're green, but I don't believe that. Did it just... What the hell? It's like glitched out. That's weird. Well, damn. I didn't even get to show it to you. Well, now if anyone wants to reach out to that guy and let him know, it glitches out if you turn around. Oh, cool, and the pelican freaks out. That's awesome. I don't think the grenade hopping glitch is gonna work, chat. No, it's not. Oh, let's see where it pumps me. Oh, no! All the way back here. Well, before that even happens, I'm gonna, let's see, let's see what happens if I do this. Whoa, that was close. Woo! I just need this. You guys got ammo for this thing? Be great if one of you does. No, damn. That sounds like the gun I need. Ooh, don't kill me. That looks like the gun I need. Look at that. You're so kind. Die. Oh, you got a grenade launcher too. Isn't that nifty? Anybody up here? You want to die? Hello, gentlemen. Don't mind me. That man is wearing red. Are you all blind? I'm not going to do the last mission on this mod because it is an absolute nightmare. Massive pain in the ass. But if it doesn't break, I will finish this one. And then I'll maybe move over to a different mod. Nope. That has broken. Awesome. Well, the pelican won't broke. Ow! Bitch. Bitch. Come on, poke your head out. Oh! What, dude? You just shot me in the back, you asshole! Fuck! Whatever. Give me candy. Bitch ass. Shit. Hey, I'm not dead. Yet. Where the hell am I indeed? Ow. I'm running out of ammo. Fuck. Shut up. Where were you? I think we got him. I think we're good. Alright. Let's try some new of that Halo 3 firefight. thing. Because the only other custom campaigns I have... Oh, I've got the Earth City demo, actually. That might be fun to play. Why not? Why don't we, Of course. Why would I do any other thing than easy? Yes, mamas. Where are you? What do you need? What? Hello. I love this loading.
Stow it, son! These folks didn't wait in line to hear your lips flippity-flap. Knuckle up and get ready to dance, you pasty bastard! What you good people are about to see is an operation in progress. This is a real-time feed. No smoke and mirrors pre-recorded bullshit.
I love this.
Fleet has made landfall and occupied one of our cities. We'll link up with our forces in theater, engage the enemy, and boot their
Sure,
star
baby.
behinds back into the stratosphere. Yo, demo biatch! Got anything? Didn't think so. Kill the lights!
I need to clean the big pot. Alright guys, after I finish up this mission, that'll be it. I don't know how I'm going to recreate this, but I want to recreate this. That whole mega city section.
405th out of Diego Garcia. But don't expect a big welcome. Covenant wiped most of them out before they hit the ground.
Immediate. Grid Kilo 2-3 is hot. Recommend mission abort.
Roger, Recon.
Mm-hmm.
It's your call, Sergeant.
We're going in. Get tactical, Marines!
Covenant ground forces own this city. We'll need to deal with them before we can kill that cruiser.
When it was ODSTs and not Marines. A safe landing and no scarab.
Pile out! Go, go, go! I'll evac the wounded. Keep it
Oh man, this is crazy. Wow. The single shot battle rifle.
Sir, Corporal Perez, A Company? CP's this way. Must be seeing things.
Guess the brass do give a shit.
Come on. Stay with me, Marine.
No tags.
Hang 2 units, zone A, and he needs an airway.
I'm calling it. It's 1900. The lieutenant got hit as soon as we dropped in.
Who's in charge now,
Sergeant Baxter, he's pinned down up front. Come on, I'll show you.
Call this. I can't kill any of them. Oh, well, he's gone. No response? Yeah, I elicit that reaction out of people. put you out of your misery.
No, behind that ST. Yeah. 3 more coming left.
I'm running low, man.
Yeah, there is. You're shooting at nothing, guys.
Wait, Parsons! Yeah? Is it clear? You tell me. Friendly's moving out. Covering fire.
Down low. Well, they asked for reinforcements. I didn't think they'd send a Spartan. You gotta take that thing out. Cover me. Tech HQ, this is Sergeant Banks. I've got hostile artillery 200 meters northeast of my position. Bring smoke, over. Hostile right. Damn it, HQ! Is anybody on this break? Sergeant, this is Major Easley. Hang tight. We're inbound. Verify delivery of ordnance on target. Dead on, Major. Target neutralized. Squad, move out. Take my weapon. You'll need it.
The old safety hatch. guess that's it.
Chief,
Hang on.
bingo. There's the cruiser. Now, all we need to do is... Bet you can't stick it.
You're on.
Haha! They said the thing. They said the line. Halo 2. Man, I remember watching this trailer and getting so hyped up before this game came out. Yep. Thank you to all people involved with getting this to a playable state for people like me to enjoy. It's a lot of fun. Hi, Mama. Hello. You're so sweet. Hello. Hi. Alright, y'all. That is gonna cut it for the stream tonight. Did a bit of a long one. Oh, I guess it just restarts. I don't know how much ammo we have. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess it just restarts. I don't know if it just is an unlimited play session or I don't know what's going on. There's just ghosts over here. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess they just put it on a loop. I guess. I don't know. Cool. I mean, can't really do too much. I guess I could just kill all the Marines. Well, I guess the ODSTs are invulnerable. up, dogs? Man, you guys don't even know what to do you? You're working on a dead man, Doctor! This is so stupid. Oh, dude. Can we get in and fly the Pelican? That'd be great. I want in! Oh well. That's not gonna work. Alrighty, y'all. I will catch you guys on the next stream. Take it easy, everybody. If you want to find out more about the project, if you don't already know, links are in the description. You can look up Age of Reclamation for Starfield. You can probably find more info there. Sorry. I'm in lots of different Starfield and Halo servers, Vorador's Raven, and yeah, you know, if you like what I'm doing and would like to help me out, you know, links to all that stuff is in the description as well. And thanks everybody for watching.